looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Here's Watson. That's caught right side by Anderson. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. They find some open field here. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
The Lions at 6-3 on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well, because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Now what a first down pickup of 8. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
A first carry now. This is Williams. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, your front 5, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit, and that's what he did on that play. Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. They'll drop to throw. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there, because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
Now a play fake here on first down. He'll buy some time right. And it's caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. out of bounds right there. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
First down, and it's Pollard again. Takes it to about the 37.
Offense looked a little bit discouraged after that play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want. And other times, the defensive front, they just break up the play before it can get going.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Watson to Njoku there for the Cleveland first.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Gonna run again here with Pollard. And he's got room. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 60 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been a running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Tony Pollard hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Browns have regained the lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. to sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top form.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. I respect both sides on that play, CD. For him to be able to hold on to that football and the impressive tackle, wow.
Did you notice the look between the two of them as they came off the ground? That look did say the word respect.
And this will wind up a Lions first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second and a couple.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On second down, Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you could have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Now he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Xavier Howard. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
On second down, here's Watson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield because you know he's got to look for the football, knowing full well he's got a man coming his way, full steam, and he broke that one up.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Now it's Watson.
And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in down. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense, because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it, because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Could be some contact going on.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. 9 yards on the play and a first down.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on it and then let him run.
He's got some space. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. He'll drop to throw.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
Into the hands of Williams across the formation.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now 2nd down.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Back back to throw again. Flushed out right. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's got it. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That'll be a gain of 16, and that'll bring up 4th down.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions.
A great effort there as the first half is winding down.
And the Lions have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead into the locker room. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Watson. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
He was trying to get that one out to his running back out of the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. This time they stay on the ground. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Kaiser White, the former safety, gets the sack.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Fielded at about the 28. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku with career touchdown number 60.
And the Browns have retaken a third-quarter lead.
Well, they got the ball to start the third quarter, looking to take the lead, and they did so in a hurry.
Yeah, they certainly did. Now, you and I both know teams that love those sustained drives, you know, those little body blows along the way. This team says, the heck with that. Why keep the ball longer than we need to? Let's go ahead and put it in the end zone and get to the bench and take a break.
First play of the third quarter. Get ready. Could be an exciting second half.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down.
Now, how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
60 yards on the ground for him so far.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Back to throw here.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They're going to look to throw. This is caught inside the 15. And in for the Lions touchdown.
Jamison Williams
with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game.
And the Lions are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down.
Watson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete.
When you're a capable runner, oftentimes your quarterback coach, your offensive coordinator, they love to see you break the pocket and go ahead and take off. I think he could have gotten vertical and picked up something there. Instead, he pushed it downfield, incomplete.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Watson now to throw. And that is taken in by Njoku. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 40. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Here's Watson. And Anderson's got it.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
One of the things you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Watson looks to throw again. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Out of the gun, Watson.
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 24-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Watson on first down.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
So 2nd and 10 now here in the 3rd quarter from Detroit.
Throwing again is Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, it looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. To throw is Watson. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. A great play there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Browns have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by York is up and good.
And they will take a 7-point lead.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for. Now 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a give here to Pollard. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw, Watson. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
I think you have to chalk that one up for the defense there. Someone right on the spot. Excellent coverage. Didn't leave him enough room to come down inbounds, even though he did catch the football.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. From 8 yards out.
And the Browns look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead now up to 14.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And Shark calls it in. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. Back to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And this one is incomplete.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
And on third down, the Browns going to go with a nickel set. Looking to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Flush to his right. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he is going to have the Lions first down as this defense, boy, a little too loose there. They give up a gain of 19 on fourth down. They'll set up a throw. That's once again complete to Chark. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. They go play action here on first down. Rolling to his right. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Lions have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack? Or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And he comes back with one complete. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be second down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now a dump off here complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that nice gain, and things add up, and now you have the kind of game he's having.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Very sharp here to start this drive, 3 for 3.
Yeah, I like the way he's running this 2-minute drill. Very sharp, very precise in throwing the football.
He's back to throw. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that will bring up second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Browns are going to win the football game. So they'd converted their first 2 fourth-down attempts. Not there. Now they're 2 for 3.
You think maybe the offense coordinator expended a little capital on that one? You know, when you're 2 for 2, you can lobby for that third one, right? Didn't get it there. Maybe now the head coach might for it as we go forward.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Now Pollard. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And he fields it cleanly. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they try to go for it on. Oh, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted.
Picked up by Denzel Ward.
And the Browns have just about sewn up this football game.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Down to a knee goes Watson, and that should just about do it for this ball game.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And, Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Browns, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they will head home next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Detroit, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.